Alright guys, I just wanted to do a quick update. I've been kind of off the grid with the videos for a while. Uh, as you can tell, my voice is all Batman-y. A little sick, partly because of lack of sleep. My wife and I just had our second daughter on the 15th of December, which is the big reason I haven't been doing this. Um, so what I'm going to do is just a quick channel update. I haven't I played my first game against my younger brother, which you can see on his channel, Warhammer, um, Saturday night, I think. And as you can see from the one you see the video, you can see I haven't played in a long time. Um, it was good to just get a game in. It was fun. Um, but anyways, I'm going to throw up what I've been doing during the time that I've actually had a time to do the hobby stuff, and let you know that I am still working on uh, the last two battle reports for my last tournament I went to, which I know it's not version 1.3 that we're on now. I think it's still on version 1 before the 1.2 update. But I wanted to get them out there because they're still good battle reports, still good games. You see some good tactics and whatnot on there as well. But anyways, I'm going to share my screen and just bear with me because it's going to do the like 1,000 screenshots here for a second. All right, so what you see here is what I've been working on. I did a little comparison where it's my um, the GW Dragon Ogre on the far right. Excuse me. Then there's Shoggoth, which is barely even as big as the Dragon Ogre. Um, and then what I plan to make as my EDC for my army, which if you can tell, it's pretty damn big. I know in the fluff of GW, the Shoggoths are supposed to be like gigantic and like the size of mountains and shit. And their model, well, a cool model, does not show that size. And now you're thinking, how the hell am I going to put that on a 50 by 75 millimeter base? But if you can see in the background, I have the Archaon AOS model on a 50 by 100. So I can figure a way to finagle that guy onto a 50 by 75 as well. He's basically made out of a D&D Cloud Giant. And then the bottom half is the Star Drake, which where his big gap is in his stomach is, I'm gonna put the Star Drake plate on there, and then the second Star Drake head is gonna be like kind of like a gut plate sort of thing, sort of how like the Overcons do, to go over top of that plate. I think I should have a couple different pictures there. I'm still debating on putting the wings on him or not. Like I kind of like I know Dragon Ogres can't fly, but I think that it would be pretty freaking cool to have a winged Dragon Ogre that can't really fly, but he's not used to it type thing. Um, but like I said, it'll look cooler in my opinion to have him just be like this epic like giant Dragon Ogre model. Let's see, I think that might be the last one of him. So I'm going to do two Dragon Ogre EDC or two EDCs. My second one, like I said, it's taken me forever to find a model that is like a torso that will fit for this the GW like AOS Dragon models. So when I finally found the D&D models that fit quite nicely, I went ahead and bought another one, and this is going to be my second EDC, and he looks just like a complete badass here. And then I'm using for his lower half this old guy right here. I I think just because of the way that he's standing, where he's kind of just like brandishing his hammer and just like you know chest out, just standing there. I think I'm gonna go with this layout for the torso, or the not the torso, but the legs, because I think the other way you can do it is have its left front leg like kind of up, like it's like slashing, and I kind of want to just have him be standing straight up like that, with him on here on like a big like mountain or a big stone like cliff almost, to have him kind of like just surveying the battlefield. Um, so that's what I've been working on so far. I've been playing a lot with Army Builder and doing the like just building lists in 1.3 to see what we can make. I've also, being on both the content team and then the Warriors of the Dark Gods, like army support, I have a unique look into the background of how everything's working and or how everything's going, um, in regards to the new book. And I initially I'm still not sold on the polls personally, like how strictly they, in the beginning, the pro teams were adhering to the polls. And I've been skimming the forums when I get a chance, when I'm not doing work or helping with the baby or dealing with my 3-year-old. And I know there's a lot of people looking at the polls and saying, like, what exactly do we have that we can actually deal with uh, other armies where we only have like grinding and like small numbers and no special deployment, and then like no shooting, no, we don't have pyromancy anymore. Um, how are you supposed to deal with other armies' chaff and stuff like that? And I know that's one of those things that the CDC or CDS guy, the concept guys, and the ADT, who are the guys who actually write the rules, are like they're looking outside the box to figure out how to deal with other people's chaff when we can't vanguard or ambush or anything like that. And it's looking at stuff to uh, deal with armies that can just, like ogre kingdoms. Those motherfuckers have shooting. They have good magic. They have awesome like infantry and Death Stars and characters, just pretty much just like us. And I know people are bitching and complaining that what are we going to get that's going to be able to work against something that can fight as well as us, but has all the other stuff like shooting and all that. When all we have is the movement phase and the combat phase, like close combat phase, yes, it's going to be an interesting change. But I know there's a few of my earlier videos where I use chaff and hell riders and stuff like that to work with the movement phase and to lays. In my opinion, you win games both in deployment and with your movement. And for us, movement is a big thing, because if we don't get what the combats that we want, then the other armies are gonna just walk all over us and shoot us until we can't, or until our armies are worthless, or our units are worthless rather. Um, so looking at the what's going on in the background for our book, there are definitely some things that I never thought would like be a playstyle or a way to actually work with some of these units and to bypass the fact that we don't have Vanguard. I think the way that the ADT did the workaround, or at least one of the workarounds for the Vanguard and no special deployment stuff, is awesome, and I can't wait to test it out. Um, there's also at least one thing that has got me hopeful that is going to make an amazing playstyle and make the opponent just be like, oh shit, what just happened? So I'm hoping that they get it right and it actually works out the way it's currently looking, and it's not expensive as balls. But um, yeah, that, I'm just gonna say this: just have faith in what the army, like the ADT and the CDS and the RT are doing, because everybody's going to get the same poll. Like, they're all going to be adhered to by what the polls say, and if everybody's done that way, then there's going to be more unique stuff. Yeah, we might not have the best in, like, we may lose some play styles or have limited ability in some play styles, but the ones that the Warriors of the Dark Gods use the most, I think, are still intact and still going to be usable and competitive. So I'm gonna just say, once we, and myself and Gustav Fijevs, I don't know how to say his name, the other ACS guy for Warriors of the Dark Gods, have been like trying to push along with all the other ACS guys. We're trying to push to see if PR, like the PR team and the RT, can give us something to give you guys, so you can actually help and see what we're moving and give us ideas. So it's not that we're not listening right now. It's just currently we don't have something solid that we can give you guys. And I know PR team has been working on something that should hopefully come out in the next week or two to at least sate your guys' hunger and give you guys an idea of where we're going. So, like I said, like I always say, don't burn the forums down. I know there's a healthy discussion going on in the general forums. So let's just remember that they're doing their best. I know Croaks and There's a Spoon are both hardcore Warriors guys, and they're not gonna, they're fighting to make our book awesome. They just have to. You just have to remember that if we get all the toys, nobody else is gonna be able to have anything. But anyways, this is going on. I don't even know how long this video has been running, or how long I've been babbling. But my voice is starting to go. I'll try and get my fourth Colonial Carnage game out here soon. I'm working on it with my new laptop. Hopefully the rendering will go a lot faster for it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks, and later.